Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It can either be your greatest weapon or your biggest limitation. Every thought you entertain, every belief you hold, every story you tell yourself shapes the reality you experience. The mind can push you beyond your limits, or it can keep you locked in fear, doubt, and hesitation. The choice is yours. Most people underestimate the power of their own minds. They don't realize that every great achievement, every success story, every breakthrough first began as a single thought. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stagnant is not external circumstances, but internal control. Those who take command of their minds take command of their lives. They understand that their thoughts shape their actions shape their habits, and their habits determine their destiny. The way you think is the foundation of everything you will ever accomplish. If you believe you are capable, you will take action. If you believe you are not enough, you will hesitate, you will doubt, and you will settle. The mind is always listening, always reinforcing what you tell it. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not smart enough, strong enough, or talented enough, your mind will work to make that belief a reality. But if you tell yourself that you are powerful, capable, and unstoppable, your mind will find a way to prove it to be true. Most people are trapped by the stories they tell themselves. They look at their past failures, their past mistakes, and they use them as evidence that they are not meant for success. They replay moments of rejection, moments of fear, and they allow those memories to dictate their future. But the past does not define the future unless you allow it to. The mind will always find proof to support what you believe. If you believe you are destined to fail, your mind will focus on every setback and every struggle, reinforcing that belief. But if you believe you are capable of overcoming any obstacle, your mind will work to find solutions, opportunities, and ways to push forward. Everything begins with awareness. The first step to taking control of your mind is recognizing the thoughts that hold you back. Pay attention to the words you use when you speak to yourself. Do you talk about your goals with confidence, or do you constantly doubt your abilities? Do you focus on possibilities, or are you always dwelling on the reasons why something won't work? The way you speak to yourself determines what you become. Your inner dialogue is either building you up or breaking you down. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to taking control of your mind. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. Fear creates hesitation, and hesitation kills action. The mind naturally wants to protect you from pain, but in doing so, it can also prevent you from growth. Most people allow fear to stop them before they even begin. They see challenges as threats rather than opportunities. They focus on the risks instead of the rewards. But those who control their minds reframe fear. They understand that fear is not a signal to stop, but a sign that they are stepping outside their comfort zone, that they are growing, that they are moving forward. Training the mind takes discipline. It is not something that happens overnight. Just as the body becomes stronger with consistent exercise, the mind becomes stronger with consistent practice. The thoughts you choose today determine your future. It is a daily choice to replace self-doubt with confidence, hesitation with action, fear with courage. Every time you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought, challenge it. Every time you feel fear creeping in, face it. Every time you feel like giving up, push forward. The more you do this, the more natural it becomes. Success is not a matter of luck or talent, it is a matter of mindset. The people who achieve great things in life are not necessarily the smartest, the strongest, or the most gifted. They are the ones who refuse to be controlled by doubt. They are the ones who condition their minds to see possibility instead of limitation, to see opportunity instead of failure. They train themselves to think differently, to believe differently, to act differently. There will always be challenges. There will always be obstacles, but the way you respond to them is entirely up to you. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. The key to success, to happiness, to fulfillment is learning to control it. Do not let your thoughts control you. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let self-doubt dictate your future. The moment you take control of your mind is the moment you take control of your life. This version expands on the original idea while maintaining a strong motivational tone. Let me know if you need any refinements. Here's the expanded version of the second keynote, written as a powerful motivational speech. Most people live their lives as prisoners of their own thoughts. They allow fear to dictate their actions, self-doubt to hold them back, and the opinions of others to shape their destiny. Instead of taking control of their own minds, they become victims of their circumstances, convincing themselves that they are powerless. But the truth is, the only thing standing between them and the life they want is the way they think. Every single day, people hesitate. They second-guess themselves, overthink decisions, and let opportunities slip away because they are too afraid to take a step forward. They want success, happiness, and fulfillment, but they let doubt creep in and steal their dreams before they even begin. They convince themselves they are not smart enough, not skilled enough, not lucky enough. They tell themselves that success is for other people, for those who have the right connections, the right background, or the right circumstances. But these are just stories. Stories created by fear, stories that have no real power unless they are believed. Fear is a powerful force, but it only has control if it is allowed to. Fear will whisper that failure is too painful, that rejection is unbearable, that stepping outside of comfort is too risky. It will create excuses, distractions, and endless reasons why now is not the right time to start. But the truth is, fear is a liar. Fear only has the power that is given to it. The moment a decision is made to stop letting fear dictate actions, life begins to change. Doubt is another enemy that keeps people trapped. It creeps in silently, making them question their abilities, their potential, and their worth. It tells them that they are not enough, that they will never succeed, that every effort will end in failure. But doubt is an illusion. It is not real, unless it is believed. The most successful people in the world have doubted themselves at some point, but they did not allow doubt to control them. They chose to push forward despite it. They chose to take action even when they were uncertain. They chose to believe in their potential rather than their fears. Many people spend their lives seeking validation from others. They measure their worth by the approval of family, friends, society. They let the opinions of others dictate their choices, their actions, and their goals. They hold themselves back because they are afraid of judgment, afraid of failure, afraid of what others might say. But the truth is, the opinions of others do not determine success or happiness. No one else has to live with the consequences of choices except the person making them. No one else feels the regret of missed opportunities, the pain of not trying, or the emptiness of living a life that is not truly their own. Waiting for permission to chase a dream is a mistake. Waiting for the perfect moment is a mistake. There will never be a time when everything feels completely right. There will always be obstacles, uncertainties, and challenges. But the people who succeed are the ones who take action despite the uncertainty. They refuse to let fear hold them back. They refuse to let doubt win. They refuse to wait for someone else to give them permission to live the life they want. The truth is, the mind is a battlefield. Every day there is a fight between fear and courage, between doubt and confidence, between hesitation and action. Those who win this battle take control of their minds. They understand that fear is a feeling, not a command. They recognize that doubt is natural, but not a reason to stop. They make the decision again and again to push forward, to take risks, to believe in themselves, even when no one else does. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but one thing is certain. Those who do not take action will never achieve anything. Those who do not believe in themselves will never succeed. Those who let fear control them will never experience the life they are truly capable of living. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who do not is not talent, not intelligence, not luck. It is mindset. It is the ability to control thoughts, to silence doubt, and to take action even when fear is present. There is only one person who can change the course of a life, and that person is the one looking in the mirror. No one else can make the decision to be bold, to take control, to move forward. No one else can overcome the doubts and fears that live inside the mind. It is a choice to stop letting fear dictate actions, a choice to stop waiting for permission, a choice to believe in oneself even when the path is unclear. The mind can either be a prison or a source of limitless power. It can keep a person trapped in hesitation, doubt, and regret, or it can be the key to unlocking potential success and fulfillment. The choice is there every single day. No one is born with confidence. It is built. No one is born fearless. They become fearless by facing fear again and again. No one is born unstoppable. They become unstoppable by refusing to give up. Everything begins in the mind. Every success, every breakthrough, every transformation starts with a decision to stop being a prisoner of thought, a decision to take control, a decision to step into the life that was meant to be lived. This expanded version stays true to the original message while adding depth and motivation. Let me know if you need any refinements. Here's the expanded version of the second keynote, written as a powerful motivational speech. Most people live their lives as prisoners of their own thoughts. They allow fear to dictate their actions, self-doubt to hold them back, and the opinions of others to shape their destiny. Instead of taking control of their own minds, they become victims of their circumstances, convincing themselves that they are powerless. But the truth is, the only thing standing between them and the life they want is the way they think. Every single day, people hesitate. They second-guess themselves, overthink decisions, and let opportunities slip away because they are too afraid to take a step forward. They want success, happiness, and fulfillment, but they let doubt creep in and steal their dreams before they even begin. They convince themselves they are not smart enough, not skilled enough, not lucky enough. They tell themselves that success is for other people, for those who have the right connections, the right background, or the right circumstances. But these are just stories. Stories created by fear, stories that have no real power unless they are believed. Fear is a powerful force, but it only has control if it is allowed to. Fear will whisper that failure is too painful, that rejection is unbearable, that stepping outside of comfort is too risky. It will create excuses, distractions, and endless reasons why now is not the right time to start. But the truth is, fear is a liar. Fear only has the power that is given to it. The moment a decision is made to stop letting fear dictate actions, life begins to change. Doubt is another enemy that keeps people trapped. It creeps in silently, making them question their abilities, their potential, and their worth. It tells them that they are not enough, that they will never succeed, that every effort will end in failure. But doubt is an illusion. It is not real unless it is believed. The most successful people in the world have doubted themselves at some point, but they did not allow doubt to control them. They chose to push forward despite it. They chose to take action even when they were uncertain. They chose to believe in their potential rather than their fears. Many people spend their lives seeking validation from others. They measure their worth by the approval of family, friends, society. They let the opinions of others dictate their choices, their actions, and their goals. They hold themselves back because they are afraid of judgment, afraid of failure, afraid of what others might say. But the truth is, the opinions of others do not determine success or happiness. No one else has to live with the consequences of choices except the person making them. No one else feels the regret of missed opportunities, the pain of not trying, or the emptiness of living a life that is not truly their own. Waiting for permission to chase a dream is a mistake. Waiting for the perfect moment is a mistake. There will never be a time when everything feels completely right. There will always be obstacles, uncertainties, and challenges. But the people who succeed are the ones who take action despite the uncertainty. They refuse to let fear hold them back. They refuse to let doubt win. They refuse to wait for someone else to give them permission to live the life they want. The truth is, the mind is a battlefield. Every day, there is a fight between fear and courage, between doubt and confidence, between hesitation and action. Those who win this battle take control of their minds. They understand that fear is a feeling, not a command. They recognize that doubt is natural, but not a reason to stop. They make the decision again and again to push forward, to take risks, to believe in themselves even when no one else does. Nothing in life is guaranteed, but one thing is certain. Those who do not take action will never achieve anything. Those who do not believe in themselves will never succeed. Those who let fear control them will never experience the life they are truly capable of living. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who do not is not talent, not intelligence, not luck. It is mindset. It is the ability to control thoughts, to silence doubt, and to take action even when fear is present. There is only one person who can change the course of a life, and that person is the one looking in the mirror. No one else can make the decision to be bold, to take control, to move forward. No one else can overcome the doubts and fears that live inside the mind. It is a choice to stop letting fear dictate actions, a choice to stop waiting for permission, a choice to believe in oneself even when the path is unclear. The mind can either be a prison or a source of limitless power. It can keep a person trapped in hesitation, doubt, and regret, or it can be the key to unlocking potential, success, and fulfillment. The choice is there every single day. No one is born with confidence. It is built. No one is born fearless. They become fearless by facing fear again and again. No one is born unstoppable. They become unstoppable by refusing to give up. Everything begins in the mind. Every success, every breakthrough, every transformation starts with a decision. A decision to stop being a prisoner of thought, a decision to take control, a decision to step into the life that was meant to be lived. This expanded version stays true to the original message while adding depth and motivation. Let me know if you need any refinements. Here's an expanded version of the third keynote, transformed into a powerful 700-word motivational speech. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, not luck, not intelligence. It is mindset. Those who master their minds master their lives. They refuse to accept limitations. They see failure as a lesson, rejection as redirection, and obstacles as opportunities. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They act, they move, they create. Success is not reserved for a select few. It is not something that only those born into privilege or gifted with extraordinary talent can achieve. Success belongs to those who refuse to quit. It belongs to those who are willing to take control of their thoughts, reframe their failures, and keep pushing forward no matter what stands in their way. It is not the smartest or the most skilled who rise to the top. It is the ones who refuse to give up. Most people never reach their full potential because they allow their minds to be controlled by fear, doubt, and excuses. They let past failures define them. They let negative thoughts dictate their actions. They convince themselves that they are not capable, not worthy, not ready. But the truth is, no one is ever truly ready. No one has all the answers before they begin. No one knows every step of the journey in advance. The people who succeed are not the ones who wait for the perfect moment. They are the ones who start before they feel ready. They trust in their ability to figure things out along the way. Obstacles are inevitable. Challenges will come. Failure is part of the process. But those who master their mindset do not see these things as reasons to stop. They see them as opportunities to grow. Every failure holds a lesson. Every setback is a test of resilience. Every rejection is a redirection towards something better. The only way to fail permanently is to quit. As long as there is action, there is progress. As long as there is progress, success is inevitable. Rejection is something that stops most people before they even begin. They fear being told no. They fear being judged. They fear failing in front of others. But rejection is not a reflection of worth. It is simply a step in the process. The greatest successes in history were built on rejection after rejection. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who refuse to let rejection stop them. They understand that every no brings them closer to a yes. They keep moving, keep improving, and keep believing in themselves no matter how many times they fall. Excuses will always be there ready to justify inaction. Not enough time, not enough resources, not enough knowledge, but every excuse is a lie designed to keep people comfortable. Comfort does not lead to growth. Comfort does not lead to success. Those who succeed refuse to listen to excuses. They find a way. If they lack knowledge, they learn. If they lack resources, they get creative. If they lack time, they make time. The difference between those who achieve and those who don't is not circumstances. It is the willingness to do whatever it takes. There will never be a perfect time to start. There will never be a time when everything feels easy. Waiting for the right conditions is just another way of procrastinating. The only time that matters is now. The only moment of power is the present. The people who win in life are the ones who take action despite the uncertainty. They move forward even when the path is unclear. They trust that clarity will come through action, not through overthinking. Doubt will try to creep in. It will whisper that success is for other people. It will try to convince you that you are not good enough. But doubt is nothing more than a thought. It has no real power unless you give it power. The key to success is learning to silence the voice of doubt and replace it with belief. Belief in yourself, belief in your ability to grow, belief in your power to create the life you want. There is no secret formula, no magic shortcut. The path to success is simple, but not easy. It requires discipline, resilience, and the ability to keep going even when things get hard. It requires mastering the mind, refusing to accept failure as final, and taking action every single day. Those who succeed are not the ones who have it easy. They are the ones who refuse to let their circumstances define them. They are the ones who keep going no matter what. They do not wait. They do not hesitate. They do not make excuses. They take control, they take action, and they create their own success. The only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is your mindset. Master your mind, and you will master your life. This version maintains a strong motivational tone and expands on the original idea. Let me know if you need any adjustments. Here is an expanded version of the fourth keynote, crafted into a powerful 700-word motivational speech. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. The way you respond to adversity determines the quality of your life. You can let challenges break you, or you can let them make you stronger. You can see obstacles as roadblocks or stepping stones. Every time life knocks you down, you have two options: stay down or rise stronger than before. Everyone experiences pain. It is part of life, part of growth, part of the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Pain comes in many forms: failure, rejection, disappointment, loss. It does not discriminate. No one is immune. But what separates those who rise from those who remain stuck is the decision to use pain as fuel rather than as an excuse. Pain itself does not define you. Your response to it does. Most people allow pain to consume them. They relive their failures, replay their losses, and let their struggles define their identity. They dwell on what went wrong instead of focusing on what they can control. They ask, "Why me?" instead of asking, "What can I learn from this?" They let setbacks drain their motivation, paralyze their actions, and convince them that moving forward is not worth the risk. But pain is not meant to break you. It is meant to shape you. It is a test, a lesson, a tool for transformation. Every person who has ever achieved anything great has faced pain. The difference is they did not let it stop them. They did not allow pain to define their future. Instead, they used it to grow, to evolve, to build resilience. They understood that pain is not the end, it is a new beginning. And so, pain is a teacher. It reveals weaknesses, exposes flaws, and forces growth. It pushes you out of your comfort zone, challenging you to become stronger, smarter, and more determined than ever before. Suffering happens when you resist pain, when you dwell on it, when you let it control your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions. Pain alone does not create suffering. Your reaction to it does. Two people can go through the same challenge, but their responses determine their outcomes. One person may let it destroy them while the other uses it as fuel to push forward. The difference is mindset. The choice is always there. Let pain break you or let it build you. Life will not always be fair. You will face moments of struggle that feel unbearable. There will be times when you question everything, when you wonder if it's worth it, when you feel like giving up. But in those moments, remember that pain is temporary. It may feel overwhelming in the moment, but it will pass. If you allow it to. If you push through, if you refuse to let it define you, you will emerge stronger than before. Growth does not happen in comfort. Strength is not built in ease. It is forged in fire, in struggle, in the moments when you feel like you have nothing left to give but decide to keep going anyway. Adversity is not the enemy. It is an opportunity. Every challenge is a chance to prove to yourself what you are capable of. Every hardship is a test of your resilience, a chance to build the kind of strength that cannot be shaken. Those who refuse to be defined by their pain become unstoppable. They turn setbacks into comebacks, failures into lessons, and struggles into stepping stones. They know that life is not about avoiding pain, but about learning to rise every time they fall. You have the power to reframe your struggles. You can choose to see pain as the reason to quit or as the motivation to push harder. You can choose to let difficulties defeat you, or you can let them sharpen you. You can choose to be a victim of circumstances, or you can choose to take control of your mindset and your actions. No one else can make this decision for you. No one else can overcome your pain for you. The choice is yours. Every single day, when you look at those who have achieved success, happiness, and fulfillment, you will find that they have all endured pain. But instead of running from it, they embraced it. Instead of letting it crush them, they let it mold them into something greater. They refused to let temporary struggles determine their long-term future. They knew that pain was not a signal to stop. It was a signal to grow. No matter what you are facing right now, know this: it is not permanent. It is not the end of your story. It is a chapter, a moment, a test. It will pass, and you will be stronger because of it, if you choose to be. The pain you are experiencing now is not here to destroy you. It is here to prepare you. It is here to strengthen you, to build you, to shape you into the person you are meant to become. Do not resist it. Do not fear it. Embrace it. Learn from it. Use it. There will be moments when you want to give up, when you feel exhausted, defeated, broken. But in those moments, remember that strength is built in struggle. Every great story has moments of hardship, moments of doubt, moments of pain. What makes the story powerful is how the character rises despite it all. You are the author of your own story. You decide whether your pain defines you or strengthens you. You decide whether you stay down or rise. You cannot avoid pain, but you can control how you respond to it. You can let it consume you, or you can let it drive you. You can let it be an excuse, or you can let it be your motivation. The choice is always yours. Choose strength, choose resilience, choose to rise. This expanded version maintains a strong and inspirational tone while fully developing the original message. Let me know if you'd like any modifications. Here is an expanded version of the fifth keynote, written as a powerful 700-word motivational speech. The greatest battle you will ever fight is the battle within your own mind. It is not the world, not your circumstances, not the people around you that determine your success or failure. It is you. It is your thoughts, your beliefs, your discipline, and your ability to push past limitations. The mind is a powerful tool, capable of building greatness or destroying potential. The question is, who is in control? Do you control your mind, or does your mind control you? Most people live as prisoners of their own thoughts. They allow fear, doubt, and excuses to dictate their actions. They believe they are too weak, too unprepared, too unlucky to achieve the things they desire. They convince themselves that success is for other people, not for them. But this is a lie. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your mindset. Every day, the mind presents two choices: take control or surrender. Those who surrender give in to comfort, to fear, to hesitation. They say, "I'll do it tomorrow," and tomorrow becomes never. They let negative thoughts take root and grow. They allow self-doubt to become their identity. They wait for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, the right circumstances, never realizing that the only thing they need is the decision to start. Those who take control, however, understand that the mind must be trained. They refuse to let negative thoughts dictate their future. They replace doubt with belief. They replace fear with action. They replace excuses with discipline. They wake up each day and decide that they will control their mind, not the other way around. They understand that growth comes from struggle, that discipline creates freedom, and that success is the result of consistent, intentional effort. Discipline is the foundation of self-restraint. Without discipline, the mind will wander, distractions will take over, and emotions will dictate decisions. People who lack discipline wait until they feel motivated, until they feel ready. But successful people know that motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It is undisciplined. The only thing that guarantees progress is discipline. The ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Control your mind, and you will control your destiny. The moment you decide that you are no longer a slave to fear, self-doubt, and negativity, everything changes. You begin to see failure not as an ending, but as a lesson. You begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities. You begin to realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the master of them. But control is not given, it is earned. It requires effort, repetition, and commitment. Every day is another test. Every challenge is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. When you wake up and don't feel like working, do it anyway. When fear tells you to stop, push forward anyway. When doubt creeps in, silence it with action. The more you practice control, the stronger you become. Many people live with an inner voice that tells them they are not good enough. It tells them they will fail, that they should play it safe, that they should settle. But this voice is not reality. It is a pattern, a habit of the mind that can be changed. The only way to silence this voice is to prove it wrong. Take action, show yourself what is possible, build proof that you are capable. Each time you push past doubt, that voice weakens. Each time you do what you thought you couldn't, your confidence grows. Excuses will always be available. The world is full of distractions, full of reasons to delay, full of ways to escape responsibility. But none of them will ever bring you the life you want. If you do not take control of your mind, something else will. Fear, laziness, insecurity. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who had the easiest path. They are the ones who refuse to let excuses dictate their future. They are the ones who got up early, who worked in silence, who sacrificed comfort for growth. They are the ones who controlled their minds instead of letting their minds control them. The truth is, most people will never reach their full potential because they never learn to master their thoughts. They will let small distractions steal their focus. They will let temporary discomfort stop their progress. They will let negative thoughts convince them to quit. But that does not have to be your story. You can choose to rise. You can choose to take control. You can choose to be the master of your mind, and in doing so, the master of your future. When you truly take control of your mind, everything changes. The excuses disappear, the doubts fade, the fears shrink. You realize that you are stronger than you ever imagined. You realize that success was never about talent or luck. It was about discipline, resilience, and mindset. It was about waking up every day and deciding to take control. So ask yourself, who is in control? Is it your fears, your doubts, your distractions, or is it you? The answer to that question will determine the course of your life. The choice is yours. Choose to take control. Choose to master your mind. Choose to create the life you were meant to live. This version maintains a strong and empowering message while expanding on the original keynote. Let me know if you need any refinements. All right, here's an expanded version of the 6th keynote, transformed into a powerful 700-word motivational speech. Your past does not define you. Your failures do not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. What defines you is what you choose to do next. You are not your circumstances. You are not your doubts. You are not the opinions of others. You are the choices you make, the habits you build, and the mindset you cultivate. Too often, people allow their past to dictate their future. They hold on to their mistakes, replay their failures, and relive their regrets as if those moments are permanent marks on their character. They tell themselves stories about who they are based on who they used to be, not realizing that every single day is an opportunity to rewrite that story. The past is a place of reference, not residence. It is there to learn from, not to live in. Every failure, every mistake, every setback is simply feedback. It is not a reflection of your worth or your potential. It's a lesson. It's a guide pointing out what didn't work so you can find what does. Successful people are not those who never fail. They are those who refuse to be defined by failure. They are the ones who stand back up, who learn, who adapt, and who continue moving forward no matter how many times they fall. Your circumstances are temporary. They are a snapshot of a moment in time, not a life sentence. Maybe you weren't born with advantages. Maybe you faced challenges that others haven't. But where you start doesn't determine where you finish. The story of your life is written by the actions you take, the choices you make, and the resilience you show. There are countless stories of people who have risen from nothing, who have defied the odds, who have refused to be limited by their circumstances. The common thread between them is not what happened to them. It's how they responded to it. The opinions of others can feel powerful, but they are powerless unless you give them weight. People will always have opinions. They will doubt you, they will judge you, they will project their own fears onto you, but their opinions do not create your reality unless you let them. When you let the voice of others drown out your own, you give away your power. You are the only one who lives with the consequences of your decisions, so you must be the one who makes them. Listen to your own voice. Trust your own path. What matters most are the choices you make in the present moment. Every choice, no matter how small, is a step in the direction of your destiny. You can choose to dwell on the past, or you can choose to focus on the future. You can choose to stay where you are, or you can choose to move forward. You can choose to believe in your limitations, or you can choose to believe in your potential. The power of choice is yours and yours alone. Habits are the building blocks of success. The small actions you take every day accumulate into the results you see in your life. You don't have to make huge changes overnight. You just have to commit to consistent improvement. Whether it's working on your goals, nurturing your relationships, or taking care of your health, the habits you cultivate shape your reality. Successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. They build habits that align with their vision, and they stick to them day in and day out. Mindset is everything. The way you perceive challenges, the way you interpret setbacks, the way you view yourself, it all comes down to mindset. A growth mindset believes that abilities can be developed, that failure is an opportunity to learn, that effort is the path to mastery. A fixed mindset believes that abilities are static, that failure defines you, that effort is pointless. The mindset you adopt will either limit you or liberate you. You are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your decisions. Every day you have the chance to choose differently. You have the power to let go of the past, to forgive yourself for mistakes, to learn and to grow. You have the ability to redefine what is possible for you. You are not stuck. You are not a victim. You are powerful beyond measure, capable of creating a life that reflects your deepest desires and highest aspirations. Remember, the greatest leaders, innovators, and achievers in history were not free from failure, doubt, or difficult circumstances. What set them apart was their refusal to let those things define them. They took control of their narrative. They decided that their future was more important than their past. They knew that every new day was a new chance to write a different story. So what will your story be? Will it be one of excuses, regrets, and limitations, or will it be one of courage, growth, and transformation? The choice is yours. Every single day, choose wisely, choose powerfully, choose to be defined by the greatness within you, not the challenges behind you. What do you think? Anything you'd like to tweak or add? Let's make it perfect together. Here's an expanded version of the seventh keynote, crafted into a powerful 700-word motivational speech. The only limits that exist are the ones you accept. The boundaries that hold you back are not placed there by the world, they are created in your mind. The moment you decide that nothing is impossible, everything changes. You begin to see challenges as opportunities, obstacles as stepping stones, and failure as a necessary part of the process. There is no greater power than the belief that you are capable of more. Most people never reach their full potential, not because they lack talent, intelligence, or resources, but because they accept limitations that are not real. They tell themselves stories about why they can't, why they shouldn't, and why they are not ready. They allow fear to dictate their actions, and in doing so, they settle for less than they are capable of achieving. But the truth is, there is no limit to what you can accomplish except the limits you refuse to challenge. Look at the people who have achieved greatness. They were not special. They did not have something you don't. What they had was the willingness to push past their own doubts, to step outside their comfort zones, and to keep going when others quit. They understood that the only thing standing between them and their dreams was their own mindset. Fear will always try to convince you that you are not enough. It will whisper that you are not smart enough, strong enough, or talented enough. It will tell you that failure is too painful, that rejection is too humiliating, that trying is too risky. But fear is a liar. It is nothing more than a barrier that disappears the moment you decide to walk through it. The greatest breakthroughs happen when you refuse to listen to fear and instead take action despite it. You are capable of more than you realize. You have strength inside you that has yet to be tested, ideas that have yet to be explored, and potential that has yet to be unlocked. The only way to discover what you are truly capable of is to stop playing small, stop making excuses, and stop waiting for permission. No one is coming to hand you success. No one is going to do the work for you. If you want more, you have to take control and demand more from yourself. Growth does not happen in comfort. The greatest achievements come from pushing beyond what feels safe and familiar. Every time you step into the unknown, you expand your limits. Every time you take a risk, you grow stronger. Every time you face a challenge head on, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you want to create something extraordinary, you must be willing to get uncomfortable. Excuses will always be available. There will always be reasons to wait, to hesitate, to hold back. But those who succeed are the ones who refuse to be controlled by excuses. They don't wait for the perfect moment because they know it doesn't exist. They don't blame their circumstances because they understand that success is about resourcefulness, not resources. They don't dwell on their limitations because they focus on what they can control. You have to make a decision. Will you let fear, doubt, and excuses define your future, or will you take control and create the life you want? Will you continue to accept the limits placed on you by others, or will you challenge them? Will you settle for mediocrity, or will you demand more from yourself? The choice is yours, and it is a choice you make every single day. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to work for it. You have to be willing to put in the hours, to face rejection, to fail and try again. You have to be willing to sacrifice comfort for growth. Success is not for those who wait, it is for those who act. It is for those who wake up every morning with a relentless commitment to progress. It is for those who refuse to let setbacks define them, who use failure as fuel, and who never stop pushing forward. You will be tested. You will face moments where you feel like quitting, where you question whether it is worth it, where you wonder if you are capable. But those moments are where growth happens. Those moments separate those who talk about success from those who achieve it. Those who rise above their limits are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who never quit. No matter where you are right now, no matter what challenges you are facing, know this: you have the power to change your story. You have the ability to rewrite your future. The limits you once believed in do not have to define you. The past does not dictate what is possible for you. What matters is what you do next. So decide right now. Decide that you will no longer accept limits. Decide that you will no longer let fear dictate your actions. Decide that you will push forward no matter how difficult the path may be. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to go after it. You are stronger than your fears. You are more powerful than your doubts. You are capable of achieving more than you ever imagined. The only question is, will you step up and claim what is yours? This version keeps the speech strong, motivational, and direct. Let me know if you'd like any refinements. Here is an expanded version of the 8th keynote, written as a powerful 700-word motivational speech. Your mindset is the key to everything. The way you think, the beliefs you hold, and the perspective you choose will determine the life you live. Every single day, you have a choice. You can choose to see obstacles as barriers, or you can choose to see them as opportunities for growth. You can choose to let failure define you, or you can choose to let it refine you. You can choose to stay where you are, or you can choose to push forward. The quality of your life is shaped by the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. Most people go through life unaware of how powerful their thoughts are. They believe that their circumstances control them, that luck or fate determines their destiny. They blame their environment, their past, or the people around them for their struggles. But the truth is, the only thing truly holding you back is your mindset. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. If you want to change your life, you must first change the way you think. When you believe in your own potential, everything shifts. Challenges become stepping stones instead of roadblocks. Failures become lessons instead of setbacks. Struggles become opportunities to grow instead of reasons to quit. But belief alone is not enough. You must act on that belief. You must train your mind to push past doubt, to silence fear, and to focus on what is possible instead of what is difficult. Fear is the greatest enemy of progress. It whispers lies in your ear, telling you that you are not good enough, that you will fail, that you are not capable. Fear will convince you to stay in your comfort zone, to play it safe, to avoid risks. But comfort is the enemy of success. Growth only happens when you step beyond what feels safe and familiar. The only way to silence fear is to take action despite it. Your mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. If you constantly fill it with doubt, negativity, and excuses, it will become weak. But if you fill it with discipline, determination, and belief, it will become unstoppable. Every time you push yourself to do something difficult, every time you choose to keep going when you want to quit, you are strengthening your mind. Successful people are not those who never feel fear or doubt. They are the ones who refuse to let fear and doubt control them. They take action even when they are scared. They move forward even when they are uncertain. They understand that success is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It is about making the most of the moment you have. Excuses will always be there. The world is full of distractions, full of reasons to delay, full of opportunities to settle. But if you allow excuses to control you, you will never reach your full potential. You will never know what you are truly capable of. The greatest regret in life is not failure. It is looking back and wondering what could have been if only you had tried harder, if only you had believed in yourself more, if only you had taken the risks you were afraid to take. Everything you want is on the other side of effort. There is no secret formula, no shortcut, no magic trick. It is simply about showing up every single day, doing the work, and refusing to quit. It is about taking control of your thoughts, training your mind to focus on solutions instead of problems, and committing to your goals with unshakable determination. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is mindset. It is the willingness to do what others won't. It is the decision to keep going when others stop. It is the ability to see opportunity where others see obstacles. You have everything you need within you. You do not need permission from anyone. You do not need to wait for the right moment. You do not need more resources, more time, or more validation. What you need is the decision to commit, to push forward, and to never settle for less than you are capable of achieving. Your thoughts are either working for you or against you. They are either lifting you up or holding you back. Every day you have the power to choose the thoughts that will shape your life. Will you choose thoughts of strength, confidence, and action, or will you choose thoughts of fear, doubt, and hesitation? The choice is yours. No one else can make it for you. No one else can do the work. No one else can create your success. It is in your hands. The moment you decide to master your mindset is the moment everything begins to change. So choose now. Choose to think like a winner. Choose to take control of your thoughts. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose to push forward no matter what, because once you master your mindset, you master your life. This version keeps the speech strong, motivating, and focused on mindset. Let me know if you'd like any refinements.